Happy Saturday. I just got here. I slept in today. It's 11:45. I said I'm going up to the St. Lawrence River. I'm on the Canadian side. I bought my Ontario license this morning. I came over to the old ferry dock where I used to fish as a kid outside of Cape Vincent, and I've been here 5 minutes. And that old tube bouncing along the bottom right there, crack! 4-pounder to start the day. Stay tuned. Number 2, much smaller. On the drop shot that time. I'm fishing an outcropping. This wind's coming out of the lake into the river. It hits this outcropping and it bumps out around like this, and these fish sit out here in a feeding lane. You know, as a kid growing up, Grandpa and I used to come here in the old boat long before trolling motors with spot lock, and we'd anchor right here and we'd pitch live crabs on a Carolina rig. Basically, you'd have a slip weight in front of a swivel, and then he used to tie about an 18-inch lead with a number 1 mustad hook, and you'd hook that crab right between the shell and the tail, and you just let it bounce that current and thud. So that's what I was just doing with that drop shot, pitching it up into the current, letting that current take it, and about halfway into that drift, thump, just like that. I'm using a 4.5-inch Robo Worm, Aaron's Magic. As far as Robo Worm goes, that's the only color I use. That's the best color they make. Long live Aaron Martins. He was a genius. I met him once on Oneida when he was here for an Elite Series. Great guy, gone way too soon, but that was his color, and boy does it work up here in the Great Lakes. All right, the hits keep on rolling. Let's see what this one's gonna go. It's the best one of the day so far. 5'4". He's a chunk. He is a chunk, a monk. His belly was so tight and fat, it's either stuffed with gobies or she hasn't spawned yet, but I find that hard to believe. It's possible though up here, you never know. This water, it's 73 on the surface, but that doesn't mean that's what it is down below. That's so exciting. Second one on the tube. Even these little guys pull. He thought he was a 5-pounder. He wasn't, but I'm just bumping them along this current edge. I've moved out a little bit. They're moving around down there. I've got live scope running today. So I'm watching them slide around in this current, because all it's doing is churning up the bottom when it hits this wall, and it kicks out around like this, and it just gives, I'm assuming it's churning up that bottom, and maybe knocking a crayfish or two loose, and they go floating down the current, and these smallmouth are just sitting in this feeding trough waiting to see what comes their way. And I'm drifting it just like I would if I was stream fishing or steelhead fishing. I'm going into the current just slightly up above my position, perpendicular to it, and I'm just letting it bounce down through. So it just depends on the. You got to adjust a little bit, and I've caught them on all different things. So far I've caught them on the drop shot. I've caught them on the tube. I haven't caught them on a swim bait. I haven't thrown the Ned rig in here yet. The Ned might be a little light. There's one. There's one. There's one. Oh, he's a jumper. He's a jumper. Yo! I love it. Oh, I love it up here. Oh, this is the river of my youth. This is one of the spots of my youth that I'm sharing with you guys today. Driving up here, I don't care when it is, makes me happy. It brings back so many great memories. Hooked perfectly right in the top lip. Boom. 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 And they got a big fat belly on them, just like me. Who sticks out farther? Love it. Love it. Hello. That was pretty cool on camera. It never gets old when you catch one on camera. I was just thinking I'm gonna make a move. I'm gonna go out to the end of the lake. There's a shoal out there. So the river goes like this. Lake Ontario flows into the St. Lawrence, which flows, all the other Great Lakes go this way, and they're all headed towards the ocean. So this is a VMC spin shot. I'm a huge fan of these drop shot hooks for a number of reasons, most of which line twist, especially in a current situation like this, where it automatically lets your bait orientate to the down current side. Big fan. Told you that's the Robo Worm, 4.5 inch Aaron's Magic. The way I rig any drop shot bait, honestly, is I bring the point of the hook inside like this. You can just see that, and then it's barely sticking out. That keeps, when it's in the water, that keeps that bait out a little straighter. That's all. You can hook it all the way through. It's not good, not like it won't work at all ever, but again, I'm just casting up into that current. It hits bottom and then it starts going this way. I think I was crowding them a little bit. I caught some right there. I only moved out about 2 boat lengths. So 40, 50 feet maybe. So that was number 5. Came up here, first time all season I've been up here, caught a limit. Not a huge limit. 5 and a 4 was 9. 2 rats, say a pound, that's 11. That fish might have went 3, so 14. So for up here, that's nothing. It should be 2 times that. But the day's young, we'll see. Stay tuned. I am not sure what's going on here. He's got it pretty deep. It's been a while. Found him though. There we go. He swam right away. Oh. Been a fairly uneventful afternoon, to be perfectly honest. I left my first spot. I went to 3 other spots. He pulled the claws right off that thing. I went to 2 other spots. The wind had completely slacked off earlier this afternoon, and they didn't want to know nothing. I went shallow, I went deep, couldn't get bit. So I ran down here to an old favorite spot of mine. I've been looking around, haven't marked much. All of a sudden, I just got onto the outer edge of it, and it just stacked. And I was moving with the trolling motor when that fish bit. So I'm going back up, and I'll see you in a second because we're going to have another one here pretty quick. It's the Alba Varden. What is up, everybody? I think I'm going to call it a day. I was going to go back to the spot I started at this morning, but I think I'm done for the day. 6:45. Put in 2 pretty good days of fishing. I feel full, you know. I feel great. I feel great. It's been an enjoyable 2 days. I fished 2 Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence Seaway because I did make it out into Lake Ontario today in 2 days. I think that's pretty cool. I'm still kind of looking around up here on the St. Lawrence. I just went to a really good spot of mine that's always produced, and I sat in there for a half an hour moving around and scanning with the live scope. I didn't mark a fish. I'm a little bit shocked by that, but you know, whatever. It's the end of a long day. I wasn't down in this area, so I don't know. It's kind of a community hole. I mean, I'm not the only one that knows about it. So it may have got beat up today. Who knows? You know, in any tournament up here, they're going to take those fish to a weigh-in, so they displace a lot of fish. So it's hard to say whether that spot was full and is usually full. You know, it used to be all the time. So, all right, I'm going to call it a day. You can tell I'm tired. I start to ramble on. I love you guys. I can't wait to have you see this video and the one from yesterday. I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, I hope you subscribe to the channel. We hit 5,000, but now things have kind of slowed off. So I put it out every day. If you like it every day, if you watch it every day, do me a favor. Subscribe, hit the like button, say hello. Tell me where you're from. Tell me how you found me. Tell me that you've showed all your friends, and you know, I don't know what that is on the bottom. Bait, maybe? Down 110 feet. All right. I'm going to go get something to eat. I'll see you tomorrow. Same bat channel. Keep your tip up.